Hi, I just want to take a few minutes to go over the syllabus and so you have an idea what to expect in the class. As you can see here is my contact information. Feel free to contact me at any time. I am here for you and you are not alone in the class. If it's a weekend, please text me rather than email me. Now you can call me as well, but text would be preferable. I can tell you where I'm at and also how long it might be for me to get back to you, or I can get back to you right away. Um, so that's, I just want to make that clear again. I am here for you if you need me. The course description, you can read that. I'm not going to go over verbatim. As you know, it's a management class. We're going to go over topics such as decision making and change management. You can also see the learning outcomes. You can read those. Instructional methods, I do want to talk about for a second. We are going to have discussion questions. We are going to have takeaway assignments, which I'll explain in a little bit. We are going to have some voiceover videos, and then we got quizzes as well. So we got a little bit of everything in the course. The two books, you absolutely need the books. All right, the Covey book, The 7 Habits, you'll be reading that book. There's discussion questions each week that we're covering the book. And then we got the Robbins book, and that also will have our discussion questions based on the Robbins book, and also the quizzes are all going to be based upon the Robbins book. Now, in the units, you'll see me do like I hate using the word lecture, but you'll see me doing voiceovers for each chapter, and that is to hit the highlights of the chapters and go over some of the content and share some of my experiences. But the quizzes themselves are going to be all strictly based from the book. Um, so I want to talk about the discussion questions for a second. The discussion questions, you can see we got quite a few of them. What I need from you by Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. is a paragraph. Don't give me one or two sentences, give me a paragraph. And to answer the questions, and then by 6 p.m. on Sunday, you're going to respond to your classmates. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, well, 6 p.m. on Sunday, that seems kind of weird. Well, the reason why I do that is a lot of people do their homework on Sunday nights, and so they can go into the course room and see if people responded to what was said. Because otherwise, people might wait till 11:30 and respond. The discussion question closes at midnight. No one sees what was written to them. So that's why we do Sunday at 6. Now, on the discussion questions, you cannot post and reply on the same day. So, for example, if people post on Monday and Tuesday, and you post your reply to discussion question Wednesday, you can't reply to them on Wednesday as well. You have to wait till Thursday. You have to go in and out. We have to post on two separate days. Now, another thing too about this, if a person responds to you, give them the courtesy of responding back. Let's try to keep a dialogue going on in this environment. So let's move on. Here's a rubric for discussion questions. The quizzes. The quizzes, again, there's 15 questions. There's 2 points each, all based from the book. You get one opportunity to do this, and I believe there's 1 hour allotted for the quizzes. The takeaway assignment. This is going to be done weekly, and what I'm going to ask you to do is to listen to the voiceover PowerPoint that I did for each chapter discussion, and then there's extra articles and there's extra videos. And so what I'm going to ask you to do is pick one of the articles and one of the extra YouTube videos and give me some takeaways from them. So you give me takeaways from what I talked about, from what you learned in one of the articles, and then what you learned in watching one of the YouTube videos. And then you would submit that by 11:59 p.m. on Sunday. Now, the rubric for that is as follows. Here, the topic presentation. What you're asked to do is to create a 3 to 5 minute voiceover presentation, exactly what I'm doing here. Now, I'm using ScreenPal. You can do it in PowerPoint, whatever the case may be. What I'm looking for here is basically pick a topic, and there's a list of topics you can see here, and I'll scroll through them really quick. And I try to give a different variety of topics, and you pick one of them, and you would do your presentation based upon one of the topics in the list. Now, if there's not a topic in there that you're really interested in, and there's something else that you are interested in, reach out to me before you start and just say, hey, I found this topic. I really am interested in it. I'd like to do my presentation on it. I might ask you questions like, what do you find interesting about it? Where you plan on going? 99% of the time, I'm going to say, yep, do it. go for it. I'm really interested to see what you find, because the more that you find a topic to be interesting, the better you're going to do on the project and the better the presentation is going to be. And so I want you to pick something that's interested to you if there's something on the list that's not of interest to you. Hope that makes sense. Okay, so it's going to be, again, these topics, and it's going to be 3 to 5 minutes. And I'll give you a little grace. I won't give you any grace under 3 minutes, but if you come in at like 5.5, 5:45, I'm like, okay. But if you come in over 6, I'll start deducting points. Okay, so I don't want you to think that, hey, it's 3 to 5 minutes, I'm going to give a 10-minute video, just show how smart I am. No, that's actually the worst thing you can do. Stay within the confines of the assignment. Another thing too about this is that you can see here where I got the camera and the screen. Right now I'm using ScreenPal in Word, but in those PowerPoint presentations I did, they use ScreenPal with PowerPoint where you can see my picture. That's what I'm looking for. Don't have your camera back here recording you as you're talking to your screen. That is a great way to fail the project. All right, let's move on. So here's the rubric. Takeaway presentation. So what I'm going to ask for you is to give me at least eight takeaways from the course. It could be from the content of the book. It could be from the discussions. It could be from articles. It could be from YouTube. It could be from the takeaway presentation that you did. So cover a lot of things in class. You could do all takeaways from one chapter. I think you're shortchanging yourself if you do that. But I just want 8 takeaways. And you notice you got 4 to 5 minutes to do it. Same with the topic of presentation. I'll give you a few seconds. I'll give you probably about 30 seconds extra. But if you go over, you'll get a deduction. Okay, I need you to stay within those parameters. If you have any questions on the assignments so far, please reach out to me. Okay, I'm here for you, and I will do everything I can to clarify. So a few more things I'm going to go over with you. As you can see, the syllabus. There are surveys at the end of every unit. You will, as you scroll down, you'll see 2 survey questions. These are completely voluntary. I hope you participate. I will not see who answers the questions, and I won't see who answers what. So it's 100% anonymous. But I hope that you participate, because I want to build more of a learning community within the class, and one way to do that is have these surveys where classmates can see what other classmates are thinking. I'll post the responses to the surveys the week after the survey is completed. Okay, but they're open-ended questions, and I hope that you participate. Grading scale is the typical Carthage grading scale. And then I think what you're probably interested in too is the schedule. And as I scroll down toward the end here, you can see here in week 1, we had discussion questions, we got the takeaway assignment, the quiz. So we're starting right away in week 1. And you can see the breakdown of the chapters, the assignments, the topic of the chapters. And so you can see what's going on here. You also get an idea when the topic presentations due and also when the finals due. So I'm going to ask that your takeaway presentation be submitted by May 18th, 11:59 p.m. So that's the class. And if you have any questions whatsoever, please reach out and let me know. I'm here for you. I'm very excited about this class. I think it's going to be great. I've been in online classes where it's been magic, and I've been in online classes that was like, well, you're going to get out of it what you put into it. And I really hope you put a lot into this class, because I think you'll learn quite a bit about management and also about yourself as well. Okay? So anyway, again, if you need me, please reach out. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the course room. Take care. Bye.